my last broadcast.
And it's the most important part.
My grinding.
After the camera went out, I gave in to my dark temptations and killed somebody, didn't you? Well, total kill 0 and total kill 0. So now let's move on to Metal Gear Solid V, The Phantom Pain. Pay attention to the intro. It only plays once, and that is whenever we are starting The Phantom Pain. Oh, I know it hasn't been a long time since my last broadcast, but the sun went down, so it's time to get in. Managed to put a sheet of 10 up before I came in, and that leaves about 4 small sheets that I'm gonna have to put up. Pay attention, listen.
Mayday! Mayday! Controls unresponsive. Tower, do you read? Shit. Comms are down.
It is no nation we inhabit but a language. Make no mistake, our native tongue is our true fatherland. Just another day in a war without end. Here in outer heaven with the diamond dogs. From the man who sold the world. And now for a VOD mute. Tune in now and you can hear the song. Watch the video later. YouTube will probably mute this part.
Κοίταξέ με. V has come.
V has come too.
V has come too.
Okay, so first and foremost, let's turn this off real quick because it's part of the task for the first mission. I have hearing damage from my time in the military, so subtitles always on. Anyways, that's about it. I looked over at the right IV stand because nobody knows what the hell the nurse is doing at the with the right IV stand. She changes out an invisible IV bag. Nobody knows what that's all about.
Ακούεις με? Can you hear me? Are you having difficulty speaking? Can you move your head? Just nod if you can hear me. Look up, please.
They're configuring your controls. That's why he tells you to look up. Because if you press down to look up, then he knows that you want that reversed.
Can you speak?
Know what I mean?
What is your name? When were you born? Can you recall?
Bucket.
Please try to relax. There is plenty of time. I need to tell you something. Please listen and try not to panic. You've been in a coma for quite some time. Yes, I know you would like to know how long. I'm afraid it's been 9 years. Damn it! Nosocoma! 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 Nurse! Calm down. Calm down. Try not to panic. Ρωτήσέ με. Try not to panic. No. You'll be all right. There now. Just rest.
How do you feel?
It's been 1 week since you came to. Now, let's try getting you out of that bed. Nurse. Don't worry. You've lost some strength, but we've been maintaining your muscle mass through massages, CPM therapy, and EMS.
Remember, it's just the mass, not the
Now,
strength,
I
really.
need to explain something to you, but you mustn't be alarmed. 9 years ago, you were injured in an explosion. Upon examination, we discovered 108 foreign bodies embedded within you.
That's a holy number in, like,
In addition to
Buddhism and
shrapnel,
stuff.
we also found fragments of human bone and human teeth. Most of it was removed, but some of the fragments still remain. They are located near your heart and in your skull. Look at this. The fragments are lodged deep within your cerebral cortex. We couldn't give you an MRI, the metal, you see. But even if we were to extract it, you would most likely suffer a brain hemorrhage. Mental and physical impairment are unavoidable. However, your current status is not life-threatening. One more thing. This X-ray is of your upper body. You better look now. Best to understand your situation sooner than later. I know it's difficult, but please look down. It's best to see with your own eyes. Be brave. Nosakoma, Grigor, try to calm down. Calm down. Please, calm down. It's gonna be okay. Yes, yes.
won't.
Calm down.
Cypher took my fucking hand!
Yes.
Pay attention to the subtitles in this next part. Or rather, the lack thereof.
It's true. There are those who wish you would never woken up. You should be dead, but you're not. The wheels are in motion. Your enemies are everywhere. We must alter your appearance immediately. Otherwise, I fear you won't leave this place alive. It's a wide open world out there, so there's something we need to take care of first. I'm going to change your appearance. We have no other choice. What you look like, however,
Alright. Any more prolific? Something like that. Yeah, that's much closer. Yeah, that's about that's me, except this motherfucker has a much more square jaw than I do. My head's egg-shaped. It's terrible. Tried to give myself bushy eyebrows, but my eyebrows are out of control.
Very good. Now let's remove these bandages. Your face has healed nicely. To tell you the truth, these bandages were more for your protection, to hide you from those who want you dead. As of today, your name is Ahab. Forget everything. Your name, your past.
Huh. Did you just let him fall to the floor?
This is you, as you've lived until this day. Tomorrow, it becomes a phantom.
Watch out! Quiet's behind you! The first time I watched this, I had no idea that this was quiet. No clue. Even whenever I saw her later on in the game.
Not yet. The patient in the next bed saw my face. Of course. Consider it done.
Let me take out my first two targets quietly, but I'll just use an unsuppressed firearm for the third target. You know, for shits and giggles. There goes Deus Ex Ahab. See how the blood spurted out, but there's no blood on his wound? What's all that about? Where do you think a man would hide a lighter in a hospital gown? Same thing with the blood. His wound is completely closed. There's no stain.
Okay, have time to go.
What happened to the woman?
Stupid question.
The woman? We gave her a light. She took the short way down.
Such a good line.
Who am I? You're talking to yourself. Been watching over you for 9 years.
Ishmael,
Call me Ishmael.
not Ahab.
What the hell is going on? Well, the good news is you're in the land of the living. Bad news? The world wants you dead.
Even his shirt has been repaired.
Need a little pick-me-up? Here.
Weird how he has two
To get you back in the game.
two wristbands, huh?
Come on!
Wonder where that lighter's at. Because I don't see a lighter anywhere.
Truck's not working.
What do you think? You think maybe there was no lighter? Maybe Ishmael set Quiet on fire like with his mind? Or powers? And then the person we're playing as went ahead and imagined the sound of a lighter to sort of justify what he saw. You think that's possible? Just spitballing here. Digoxin would wake up a fresh coma patient pretty severely. Might even kill them. Especially when injected right into the neck. It's possible that there is no digoxin. You know that patients with multiple personality disorder, if one of their personalities has diabetes, they'll actually require insulin? Just spitballing about that whole digoxin thing. You can convince yourself that you've taken it, and it'll have almost the effect as if you'd actually have. Hey, Psycho Mantis.
What the hell is that?
We'll see you again in Metal Gear Solid 1 for the PlayStation 1. Until then, bye! Remember the whole lighter thing? Setting people on fire with your mind? What did Psycho Mantis look like before he went down the elevator? I wasn't paying attention. Hey, Bogan. I knew who this motherfucker was immediately. I was like, Bogan, go back to sleep. You're not supposed to be alive. Bad guy from Metal Gear Solid 3. No burn marks on him. Look at that. As usual, Ishmael's right as rain.
You can do this. This way, hurry.
Join the Fox team, huh? I told you to pay attention to that crash sequence that we heard at the beginning of this whole thing, because you probably think that that was just the sequence that the helicopter went through in Ground Zeroes, right? But it's not, because why would they be contacting the tower while they were yelling Mayday? And why did you hear the sound of Psycho Mantis at the end?
Hold up, let's fix this. Next time, do it yourself. It's always good to try and mend your injuries while hiding from the enemy. Over there. Let's go.
The prevailing theory is that that crash audio that we heard was the crash of the plane that Psycho Mantis and Vulcan were on.
Get down.
Plane, not helicopter. It's hard to see things out of a gas mask. You really can't see shit through one of those. I can prove it. I did the gas mask shooting course in Lackland Air Force Base while I was going through military police training, and I managed to get 0 rounds in my target, but my neighbor got 36 out of 18. That's a real story. I had a gas mask on, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But I hit the target 18 times, just not my target.
Help me. I don't want to die.
Jesus.
Time to walk. Press the stance button to stand up. Don't get caught in those searchlights.
You see how they're all bloody, but Ishmael isn't? Even I'm bloody and covered in soot and dust.
Move! Go! Shit! It's ugly down there. Turn back. Mgsv, come on.
Σας παρακαλώ, στείλτε τι συμβαίνει.
We turn away from Ishmael.
Ναι, τον είδα πριν λίγο.
And he's gone.
What's happening out there?
It's all right. We'll be okay.
I can't see what's happening. Do you hear that? What's going on out there? It's okay.
But is that him ahead of us? Whenever you replace the model for Ishmael, it replaces this guy's model as well.
What is that? What's happening out there? Does anybody know?
Look at his wrists. He's got 2 name tags. See it? Did you see him? That is Ishmael. It'd be really stupid to do that. Those military people are shooting at each other on opposite ends of the hallway. So Ishmael just died. Whoever it is that's on our screen right now, that's not Ishmael. Or perhaps this is Ishmael. And the person we've been following around up until now was a ghost or a manifestation. Or even a dead body. Someone who's already dead and cannot be killed again. Either way, we just witnessed Ishmael die. Again, if you change the character model for Ishmael, it changes the character model for the guy that we just saw that looks like Ishmael who got shot in the hallway. He also has 2 identity badges, 2 bracelets. Who do we know can resurrect somebody who's supposed to be dead and even allow that person to teleport? Who do we know that can do that? Here's a hint. We just saw him not too long ago. He had red hair and he was wearing a gas mask. The next time we see him, look at his head. See if he has a horn. You know, that cutscene changes if you take shelter under the same bed that Ishmael's under. Now you know why this project costed way over $1 million. Where are all the bodies?
Anything? Negative. He came in here. Keep looking.
This way. This way. We're sitting ducks. Blend in with the bodies. Get down on your stomach and crawl.
How have the bodies been moved to here?
Play dead. Don't move.
Why did they move all the bodies down here? That's a weird thing to do. You know that they were closer to that gate over there. You saw it. Why did they do that? Why don't you put away that RPG before you fucking kill somebody? Somebody on your side, jackass. Just bring this rocket launcher into this hallway. Notices that he doesn't interact with Ishmael at all. It's like he's not even there. There he goes. And there he is. This is not the craziest thing that's happened in the Metal Gear universe. When you're on fire, that is a faster way to die.
Grenade! Take this!
Pull the fire alarm, guys. You're right next to it. Notice that Ishmael also has an eye that doesn't work. That would be further evidence that he is who he says he is, but he's not, as we just discussed.
Hold on. We better stop and treat that injury.
See how my blood is currently blue? Every time you're injured, colors look faded for a little while.
We'll have to take the stairs down.
Only one flight of stairs, though. If I could handle a fall like that, it'd be good to go over the railing. But I can't. Not really. Bumping into Ishmael. A lot of people think you must kill in this next part. But that is not true.
Hold down the aim button to aim, then press the attack button to fire. To strike. Hold on.
You do not have to shoot.
Hurry up and get with the program.
Notice how they're only shooting at me. Looks like Ishmael's not even there. And there goes his target. And there goes mine. You get the chance to switch to their weapon, but it's best to keep that silencer for as long as you can.
I'll run interference.
Many people think that you have to take these guys out. That's not true either. I know I did whenever I first played the game. I thought killing those people were not optional. Mantis always has a sign of who is controlling him at any given moment. As a child, he doesn't necessarily act on his own. You see the horn? He had a horn on the left side of his forehead, just like us. See it? It's gone now, but it's definitely there before. I'm not locked in here with them. They are locked in here with us. Watch this. Oh, I've seen that move before. I'm out of here. Now the man who he's here for. Or at least the man he thinks he's here for. And vice versa. Make no mistake, he is after a big boss. Wants revenge for being killed in Metal Gear Solid 3. I think there's the horn again. So who's controlling him? I think it might be us. Not direct control. It's more like a helpful suggestion. Ooh, a big old tank. Back at you, buddy. I'm wide open. Dude, fuck this. I'm out of here. This hospital sucks. I don't know who the statue is, by the way. We're about to see it. Somebody might have pointed it out. Probably Python Selkin. But I don't know who it is. This may not be the answer, but we have to do something.
Get in!
He's on the wrong side of the car. Tells you that we really are in British Tequila, Cyprus. He really doesn't like fire trucks. Kuwabara, huh? You won't get away that easily. Watch how he now gets injured, Ishmael. Now that we got injured, now suddenly he's comatose. I thought Ishmael wasn't wearing his seatbelt. Seemed to be able to stay in his seat despite what has happened, what's about to happen at least. March, huh? See, we didn't see Ishmael fall towards the roof. That's weird. So what times were Ishmael there and what times were Ishmael not there? See that horn again? Fury corn. A dead horse brought to life. Along with Volgan. Let's see if I can do this in one go.
I'm on your side. Hurry!
There you go, Ocelot.
Hang on! Use this! attack!
Good, 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 good.
Time your reloads carefully! He's coming!
I need to let him get close so I can tell when he's about to attack. Okay. And that was an attack, but it wasn't a successful attack.
Hold him off a little longer! Just hold him off a little longer! Watch for an opening!
Another unsuccessful attack. And I'm hoping that that was a scripted attack.
Watch for an opening! You get him? We shook him off.
It's really inconsistent what the game counts as him attacking. I think that was another
You
scripted
lost your
attack.
mind! Iron Destiny's about to attack! I see it! The harbor! He's coming! We're almost there!
Just the one medical bracelet. Come on. Mission task 1. Come on. Fuck me. That sucks. Now I'm gonna have to do the whole fucking thing again. Just to try to pump enough shotgun rounds into him that he never is able to attack even once. Like I said, it's really inconsistent. Let's replay the cutscene. Fuck it. What's he got on his head? He's got his horn again. Hopefully Skullface doesn't get his control. Only so much you can do whenever it's raining. Kuwabara.
My name's Ocelot. Big boss. You know who I am. A certain man gave me a job to do. 2, actually. First was to get you out of that hospital.
Get you out of that
Second
hospital.
was to rescue the man himself.
Rescue the man himself.
You remember? Your partner 9 years ago, Kazuhira Miller. 9 years back, your private army came under attack by Cypher. You were considered dead. Until today, that is, when Cypher found you. And it's not just them. The whole world wants you dead. You'll have to join up with Miller. Build that private army of yours one more time. It's your only chance.
Two jobs. One, rescue me. Two, rescue Miller.
First, we need to save Miller. He's in Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
Don't believe any other versions of that story.
What, you can't keep up with world affairs in a coma? 4 years ago, the Soviets invaded Afghanistan. Muslims are fighting back with Western support.
Mujahideen.
Miller was training Mujahideen rebels when he was captured by the Soviets. The Red's 40th Army. Troop strength somewhere around 100,000. The squad holding Miller set off near the Pakistan border yesterday. Now in 3 days, they'll reach the Soviet garrison. They'll be interrogated for a few more days, and it's off to a lager. Or left to rot in a ditch on Afghan soil. I give him 2 weeks. The job didn't mean anything to Miller. He only took it on to keep you safe. Well, there's our ride. It's a whaler. Had a pretty good deal on her once the IWC started raising a stink. Now it's 7 days to Port Qasim, another 3 overland. So we won't have much time once we're there. Don't take too long getting used to your new self. Hang on.
Remember, they maintained his muscle mass, not necessarily his muscle. So, in the following training sequence, you're going to see him fill out his muscles again with strength. And he might have some injectable help as well, which you'll also see. Make no mistake, Skullface tore down everything that we worked so hard for. The entirety of the video game Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. He tore down our entire base. We have a very big reason to want revenge. Steroids. That's not the right place to inject them. It's supposed to inject them in the fat of the butt cheek. Outfit. Now he looks how we're used to. If not even bigger than we're used to him looking. Beefier. Nice.
The area ahead is under total Soviet control.
Miller's been captive for 10 days. Not much time left.
Weather will clear shortly.
Storm passes.
So we do put that balaclava to use. See that twinkle up there on the right? It's the last time we'll have trouble with this bionic arm.
Getting used to it?
Even the soldiers at Restrepo thought that Afghanistan was a beautiful place.
9 years on ice.
It really is.
Solo infiltration of the Soviet-made ground forces.
The U.S. soldiers
Should be the perfect one.
at Restrepo in 2007. Well, they were being filmed for the documentary Restrepo at the Korengal Valley.
Kazuhira Miller is being held in Dawandehar to the north. Check its location now. Take out your iDroid. You see Wandi on the map? That's where they're keeping Miller. Only problem is, we don't know his exact location. Finding it is your first priority. Got your binoculars? Or should I say, in scope? See the village? Straight ahead? Alright, that's the village. If you see something through the binoculars and you need more information, just give me a call. I'll tell you anything I can about it. That's Violo Village. The Violo Calais. The villagers fled the war and evacuated a while back. Since then, it's become a base for the Soviets' 40th Army. A few days ago, Miller was taken through there, en route towards Dawandehar. You may be able to pick up the trail there. It's worth a shot. Put a marker on it so you don't lose track of where it is. Wrong target, boss. Use your binoculars to focus in on Violo Calais village and mark it. Good. Now you won't have to worry about getting lost along the way.
He can't have much left in him. I give him 3 days, tops. If we fail, and he dies, we lose our chance of revenge. But we need more intel. If you just go charging into Dawandehar, you'll be putting both your lives at risk. See what you can find out first. The Soviets have other outposts, not just the one you saw. Afghanistan is a big place. I expect you'll become quite familiar with those binoculars as you plan your next move. How and where you make it, well, that's up to you. From here on out, you're on your own. You're a legend in the eyes of those who live on the battlefield. That's why you have to handle this mission yourself. Put those 9 years behind you, and return as Big Boss. That's how Cos would want it. I'll be sending additional intel by radio. Stay sharp. Not one of Miller's bodyguards survived. And they were good. All we found on the scene were their corpses and knees. They'll be missing it. And you're his only hope of getting them back. Now go! Let the legend come back to life.
Why don't you do a little more practice in those ruins? Shooting, taking cover, climbing obstacles. See to it that 9-year gap doesn't slow you down.
Remember that shine?
Even the sheerest cliffs are climbable if there are cracks you can use as handholds. You might even find some unexpected routes that way. Keep an eye out for cracks on your travels.
Go ahead and turn that back on. Make things easier for ourselves.
Hold it. There's a Soviet guard post. They're bound to be guards. Take a look with your binoculars. Put the enemy in the center of your field of view. Sight, sound. Keep all your enemy senses in mind. When you're near an enemy, stay low and move slowly.
Don't move. Talk.
Boss, you don't understand what he said? Nah, I guess that makes sense. Don't leave bodies out in the open. Find some place to drop them out of sight. You're almost at the enemy outpost, Vialo Village. The village is crawling with enemy soldiers. Don't just go waltzing in. Start with some recon. Is there anywhere that overlooks the village?
The marker's on top of the building up by the, whatchamacallit. The more headshots I get, the higher my score at the end of the mission.
There should be a command post somewhere. See any buildings with tighter security? If there are clues to Miller's whereabouts, I'll bet you can find them in there.
Here we go. Man over here somewhere, there he is. I need more non-lethals. I haven't memorized all the non-lethal locations, not yet.
Hands up.
Regular stones. With likely adobe plaster. I can't afford to miss. Not too often.
That's a rough diamond. It's sure to be useful
You're the
sometime.
last man. See you later, kid. I'll help out for next time.
Parabolic antenna. There could be intel files of some. Those materials are already processed. They should come in handy sooner or later. So you picked up an intel file. Now we know where Miller is. I'm marking it on your iDroid.
And here is our diamond. We don't have time to be digging around and doing this. Let's move. I wish I knew where some non-lethals were.
A type of medicinal plant.
I never committed it all to memory.
Planning to walk the whole wilderness on foot? Use your horse.
Not in real life. I should have reviewed this place. I didn't because I'm not that obsessive.
Give me a call.
Another guard post that we could take. It wouldn't behoove us with this amount of ammo. I don't know. Because they might have non-lethals.
Something of an ancestor to the It's an enemy guard post. Watch yourself.
You guys have any non-lethals? Please say yes. VOD mute! VOD mute! The VOD mute! There we go.
Hands up.
So we got these two guys. Where's the third guy that I put to sleep over yonder? Is he anywhere? No. He's over here. You have any non-lethals? Pretty please with cheese on top? Fuck. You don't have any non-lethals. You fucking piles of garbage. Damn it. It's alright. Like I said, headshots really add to our score. But in a pinch, anything else is fine as well. Besides, I'm about to have the night on my side.
You've reached one day. They've got Miller locked up in that town. Check your iDroid for his location. I hope to hell he's alright. He's not your average client.
Here we go. Came from the right side.
Sun's down already. It goes without saying that darkness is good for infiltration. But your vision will be affected just the same. Keep your guard up, but who knows when you'll bump into an enemy.
Here we go. No reflex is really going to help my score. Just got ammo for... He doesn't understand the command, get down. So I can't speak Russian at the moment. Okay. Alright. I'm almost 100% sure that I can get non-lethals.
The enemy's given up their search for you, but they're not giving the all-clear just yet. That's the building, boss. That's where they're holding Miller.
Oh yes. Let me go out the way I can. I want to give myself the maximum possibility of being able to get through this whole thing without using a single reflex mode. Oh man. That'll be helpful for next time. Ooh, hello there. Good soldiers deserve naps. Damn.
Всем боевым группам, это КП. Вышел из строя целый резлам. Похоже на проблемы с электроэнергией. Ближайший патруль. Проверить сеть питания. КП, это СВ-1. Оборудование повреждено. Похоже, дело рук врага. Прием! Это КП, понял. Немедленно проверить и встать оперативную сводку. Конец связи.
20 headshots. That's our man in there. Come on now. I don't know why he's on the move. Holy shit. Alright. Gonna move.
A portable toilet. If you're gonna hide inside, watch the enemy doesn't decide to use it. Same goes for hiding downed enemies in it.
Yeah, move. I want that X rank. We're gonna have to do this as quick as we can. Here's our man.
God. No more use for me, huh? Guys, it's me. I'm here to get you out. Snake. They do something to your eyes? No, it's just bright as all.
Remember, Snake has the same voice actor as he always has in the Japanese version. Only in the English version for.
What took you so long? We'll talk, but not here.
You've secured the target. I'll send the chopper to get you out. Make your way to the RV. You can check the location on your iDroid.
You look well. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit. Not so heavy anymore, right? Magic words, boss.
Gotta watch out for this guy over here.
Kept you waiting, huh? Come on. Say it for all time's sake. Kept you waiting, huh?
Press the triangle button to say that.
It's really you, Snake. All these years without you. I knew this day would come.
Golden Crescent. It's a type of medicinal plant. We can use that to make tranquilizer rounds more potent.
40. I don't think we're far enough away.
Lost it all that day. Everything. But we've got to look ahead. There's something I want to show you.
No, you cannot change. Pequot. Stopping position. Not this early in the game. Not in the first ever mission. I should have pegged that guy in the head right quick. One more headshot.
This is Pequot. On station at LZ. Ahab, do you read me? This is Pequot. There's a gas covering the LZ. We can't land. Pulling back.
Gas. It's them.
This is the unit that took down Miller and his bodyguards.
Boss, watch out. It's the skulls. Don't let them find us.
Boss, whatever that mist is, it's all around you. We can't see through it. I'm changing the RV so it's outside the mist. Get over there. The chopper will be waiting. That's Miller. You can't just leave him there.
Yes, I absolutely can. They will subtly head in your direction. Oh shit. They will subtly head in your direction. If you stay on the bridge, then they will move on the bridge.
You were hospitalized in Dekelia, a British sovereign base area on Cyprus. It's part of British overseas territory that falls outside of Cypriot jurisdiction. You got moved from Cuba's Little America right into Cyprus's Little Britain.
Why Dekelia?
The UK and the US remain close allies. The last place Cypher would think to look for you is inside their own system. That's what kept you safe in British military hospital for 9 years. The safest place from a whale is inside its own belly. You were a regular Geppetto.
Well, it wasn't Pinocchio who led me out to safety. So who was that guy?
Cypher went so far as to attack British territory, burning their own ally. That's how badly they wanted you dead.
He said I was in a British military hospital. But the doctor had a Greek accent.
They hire locally. Easier to trust them. Dekelia is also home to Greek Cypriots, after all.
What about the Turks? They haven't returned to the south.
Not yet. The Cyprus dispute is still a long way from resolved. The country is just as split as it was in '74. Turkish Cypriots in the north, Greek Cypriots in the south. Between them, the Green Line, the UN established.
And Dekelia sits right on top of it.
It does. Part of the buffer zone between the two groups. Another reason it was the perfect place to hide you. Easy to spot any outsiders snooping around.
So how do things stand?
And last year, the Turks declared that the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus is an independent state, though it's only Turkey that recognizes it. In the past, the Greeks and Turks lived side by side in the same villages. There are reasons to fight. Those came from the outside. Greece, Turkey, Britain, America. They all have their own stake in pitting the two sides against each other. But once you spark something like this, it's impossible to control. Both sides build up grudges like death, without the foresight to see that each act of revenge just fans the flames, and then it's too late for other nations to rush in with peace talks. The embers keep on smoldering. Each nation's arrogance only breeds anarchy. The world is paralyzed by this hunger for revenge. Cyprus is no different.
Forty.
You're up.
We're changing ships.
We can't go sailing the Suez in a whaler.
The Suez Canal. When did they reopen it?
Not long after you were attacked. Once they finished sweeping it for mines after the Arab-Israeli conflict. Can you stand? We're going to transfer to a container ship for passage through the Suez. Our destination is Pakistan, Afghanistan's neighbor to the south. There we disembark and head via Peshawar to the Zero Line, the border. We'll travel to the Khyber Pass by road.
And then
continue on horseback. Afghanistan's main roads are under Soviet control. We'll need to go around them. It'll be all narrow, winding paths through the mountains. We'll do better on horseback. It's a local guerrilla tactic. They use the higher ridges to avoid air recons. Then they charge down the mountains for ambushes.
the mist is cleared, and it looks like they're gone.
Those things. That's the unit that attacked us before. They came at us real fast in the same kind of mist. Our men, survivors from 9 years ago, were wiped out in minutes. I don't know what they want, but it's them. No mistake.
You can actually take them out even this early in the game.
Put Miller in.
Just use your grenades. There's one person that swears to God that they're much tougher than they are in just a few missions, but I don't think that that holds any water. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but I have taken them out in the very first mission before. Hell yes! The other two mission tasks are to extract the truck driver in that first village that we were in.
For the Seychelles. That's where our new home is now.
And to go do
Hey.
the Wallow
Some
Coulee,
operation we had, huh? 9 years ago.
big
Carving out our
outpost
own world.
in the north.
Making our own future. And they took it
Walksend
away.
Barracks. And grab the guy in charge there. That's the other task.
I'm gonna rebuild it. Make a new place. Together. That we can call home. Yeah, we were dogs, all right. Slinking around out of Cypher's sight. Digging up whatever kind of dirty money we could find. You name it. We did it. You see this? Diamond Dogs. Our new home. Phantom of our former selves. Triumph. Death. We weren't allowed either. Yeah. I remember it all.
Each one of these sequences is slightly different. We're not watching the same cutscene that we did in Ground Zeroes. I think Python and Cell can actually compare the various camera angles. They're literally different cutscenes, or at least the same ones with different angles. Interesting place to cut off that cutscene. How do we remember that part? We weren't there to see it. Nobody was.
Snake. Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Every night, I can feel my leg, my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost, the comrades I've lost, won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still there. You feel it too, don't you? I'm the one who got caught up with Cypher. A group above nations, even the US. And I was the parasite below, feeding off Zero's power. They came after you in Cyprus. In Afghanistan. Cypher just keeps growing. Swallowing everything in its path. Getting bigger and bigger. Who knows how big now? Boss. I'm gonna make him give back our past. Take back everything that we've lost. And I won't rest until we do.
Hold base.
How does he know that they came after us in Cyprus? He knows that we're here, but we could have just left the hospital amicably.
Mother base. I don't know how long it'll take, but I'll make it bigger. Better than before. God. What should I do? Boss? Tell me. Tell me like you used to.
I do know that parasites can communicate across long distances. Just a thought. At least in the Metal Gear Kojima-verse.
Things have changed, boss. We pull in money, recruits, just to combat Cypher. Rubbing our noses in bloody battlefield dirt. All for revenge. The world calls for wet work. Cypher sent us to hell. But we're going even deeper. I know. I'm already a demon. Heaven's not my kind of place anyway.
Outer heaven.
Dogs of war for 9 whole years. That ends today. Now you're not sleeping, and we're not junkyard hounds. We're diamond dogs.
Let them talk.
Let them talk. We can crush Cypher, boss. And you can build the army that can do it. Just one thing, Kaz. This isn't about the past. We're fighting for the future.
Boss, there's something I want from you. Kane. This base belongs to you now. Make diamond dogs the force it deserves. Like any organization, we need good people, and we need to make good use of their talents. Miller asked me to lay that out for you. Start bringing people in. Use this. It's a Fulton recovery device. When you're in the field, use it to extract any soldiers or prisoners you want back here. And we'll see if we can't persuade them to join the ranks of Diamond Dogs. Go on. Test it out on the staff here. Anyone you want. First, put them to sleep. You have a tranquilizer gun, don't you?
Don't pull any punches.
Out like a light. Now approach him and extract him. Good. Extraction complete. You can only Fulton recover someone if they're not resistant. No dead bodies either. They don't make great recruits. The staff member you just extracted will be assigned to the team best suited to his abilities. See for yourself. Open your eye droid. Select staff. So that staff member was placed on the R&D team. The R&D team is in charge of developing all kinds of weapons and items that will support you on missions. Take a look at the development list.
Select weapons items under the development heading. That's the R&D team's development list. See the item called cardboard box? Didn't seem much use to me, but Miller was adamant that you'd want it on the list. The last word in infiltration technology, or so he said. In any case, we don't have the manpower to develop it just yet. We need more staff on the team. Go extract a few more people. You can also Fulton extract individuals you've knocked out. Why don't you try knocking someone out with CQC next? Show them how it's done, boss.
It's an honor, boss.
Try throwing them. It's the best way to knock someone out. Excellent, boss. Now extract them. Good. Extraction complete. One thing I should mention. The Fulton extraction won't always be successful. If the person is injured, the shock of it could kill them. And if the weather's unfavorable, well, they could end up going missing. You can determine the chance of success by approaching the person you want to extract. If you want to be sure you can get them out, best carry them to the chopper instead. All right, extract the next staff member.
I'm ready, boss. Let's do this, boss.
If there are multiple adversaries nearby, take them all out before any of them... That's the boss side. Pretty good. Now extract them. Boss, now that we have more people on the R&D team, its level has gone up. We should be able to develop the cardboard box now. Open your eye drawer.
Select weapons items under the development.
Now select cardboard box and start development.
This development has finished. You can have the support unit supply you with weapons and items you develop. Think of it as your own personal delivery service.
All these things that are jumping up are part of the definitive edition. So if you get them, you get all that DLC. It's not that important.
And there it is. Not sure what it's good for, but Miller said you know what to do. Try it out. One last thing. The staff members you extracted were all placed on the R&D team, but that was Miller's decision. If you think they belong somewhere else, you're free to move them around. Well, that about does it. You won't make any GMP or find recruits hanging around here. Board the chopper when you're ready for a mission. Open your iDroid and select a landing zone to tell it where to pick you up. Or if you're still in the mood for knocking guys on their asses, you can stay around here a while. Give them in some practice. Just come pay me a visit. Boss, let's practice your CQC. Begin by grabbing him. Once you've grabbed someone, you're free to do as you like. Interrogate him, knock him out, kill him. Scratch that last one for me. Go ahead and knock him out.
I'm ready,
Good.
boss.
Extract the staff member. Now for fist fight. Strike an adversary repeatedly to knock him out. He'll stay unconscious for longer than if you throw him. Go on and extract him. Starting to feel like yourself again? The rest will fall into place with some time in the feet. Go ahead and call the chopper from your eyes.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
That drug is
If you let him, he does his salute from the third game. Metal Gear Solid 3.
haven't been back long. But I prepared a list of missions for you. Open your iDroid. I've taken the job offers Diamond Dogs has received and made a list of those I want you to consider. Which ones you accept is your call. The objectives of the missions I've added are prisoner rescue, facility sabotage, and high-value target elimination. Probably all a walk in the park for you, but they should help you get back on your feet. I put the mission details on a cassette tape. Refer to it if you decide to accept the mission. We'll receive GMP for completing missions, and extracting soldiers and prisoners will boost our ranks. Building up Mother Base is the first step to achieving our goal. If that means wet work, so be it. We're gonna have to get our hands dirty. I hope you're rested up, because we're not stopping. Not until the pain is gone. The future of Diamond Dogs is in your hands. We're counting on you, boss.
Okay, so one of the biggest proponents of this entire operation is the whole thing with trying to let no bad happen. That is, in fact, the purpose of this run, and I would have loved to have just started with the Phantom Pain. It is the game that I'm much more familiar with, or the part of the game, or what have you. But the idea behind Let No Bad Happen is to try to not just complete the game without any kills, but also to go ahead and, with that completion of the game with no kills, to have as few people as possible die from sickness, plague, drop soap in the shower, anything like that. You know, any cause. If there's any reason for a person to die, I don't want it to happen. This is the ultimate test of, you know, somebody who is going to try to become a medical professional, trying to stop death from all causes. It's an impossible task. It's something that doesn't, you know, it doesn't make much in the way of sense. But it's also a really good goal on top of everything else. And whenever I was recording sessions of this game and just recording the gameplay, I haven't uploaded any of those recordings, but it kind of got ruined because I had already 100%ed the game, and so there was a lot that I already had. With this, I don't have any of that. I don't have any of those things. And as a result of not having any of those things, this is going to be a much harder challenge. Trying to prevent death by any means that all of our guys need to be gotten rid of as soon as possible. As soon as we recruit them, we have to make them go away. And also, we have to it's not just as soon as we recruit them, we have to make them go away, but also on top of everything else, we need to still remove them from the battlefield, just like we would for sheep and animals of other different types. So all of these things are very important. I think at the moment, since we just got rid of every single person that we possibly could on our staff, I think at the moment we might not even have Fulton capability. So getting somebody out of a war zone by, you know, Fultoning them, by using the Fulton that we were just using in mission number 2, that right now is not even going to be one of our unit functions. As you can see, it says dash and doesn't say anything else. So we're not even going to be able to do that. Either way, it is the way that it is. Nothing I'd love to do more than to free roam, and that's probably what I'm going to do. But I'll be free roaming outside of a broadcast. I'm not going to be free roaming within a broadcast, but I will be free roaming, because with free roaming, if I free roam and I get each and every one of these Mgsv 17, 14, all of these different guard posts and all of these different areas, I'll be able to use a box teleportation trick that has been in the game since Metal Gear Solid 1 at the very least. I'll be able to use a box teleportation trick to go from outpost to outpost, which is going to raise my score on future subsequent missions. But also, I'll be able to show you something whenever Quiet shows up and the Abe Shafat ruins. We won't be able to box teleport to Surak Power Plant or the Afghanistan Central Base Camp. We won't be able to box teleport there because the game will want to force us to face Quiet. So it's an interesting little thing there. An interesting thing to understand, to know, and to be informed that that's the way that this particular cookie crumbles. I'm not going to be able to get every single task in this mission. But I am going to go ahead and go because I'm on a roll and I enjoy this game, and I've played more hours in this game than any other game. It is my video game comfort food in a lot of ways. And whenever everything else is said and done, it convinces me that everything's going to be alright in the world. Rocky greenery. Right. Here we go. So that sort of thing was kind of like one big mission, even though it was broken up into 3 separate missions. So it really is your introduction into this game and allowing you to make choices about where you want to go from here.
Your target is a Spetsnaz detachment commander. Your orders are to take him out. With skills like his, it'd be a shame to waste him. But I'll leave the method up to you. Boss, make your way to Deshago Calais and eliminate the target.
Which is a good thing because we don't currently do not have Fulton function.
Use compounds from plants to make medicine or poison for use in new weapons and equipment. Take a look at the plants list on your iDroid to see which ones we need. Then go find them if you get the chance. It'll keep the staff happy too.
In free roam, I'll probably stop and get every single little plant and every single little everything. car must have already driven past. Car full of reinforcements that heads to the base over yonder. And that's why I changed the position of the night vision goggles. That way if I press the left directional button on the D-pad, it automatically gives me what I need.
That's a medicinal plant called Hauma, otherwise known as Soma. People use it to make a sacred drink for religious ceremonies.
So yes, Soma. The video game is based on an actual medicinal drink.
You've arrived at the objective. Your target should be somewhere in that outpost. And don't forget, he has a Spetsnaz recon detail with him. Keep your guard up.
He's given a speech already.
That crack would make a good foothold. You can use crack climbing to make your way up.
I don't know what these rows of mud are for. I assume that it has something to do with farming. Here we go. Okay.
That looks like the target.
Я не хочу умирать!
Boss, I gotta say it would be a waste to kill him. But putting him to sleep doesn't count as eliminating him. Neither does knocking him out. So your suppressor is worn out. That gun will be as loud as any other now. If you have to shoot, be careful. Those materials have already been processed. It may not be much, but we can use them straight away if you bring them back to base.
I heard the bullets hitting. I heard the bullets hitting the radio. I'll have to do this without reflex mode, but whatever. At least At least the bullets should attract more people. Come on, boys. I can hear them to my right. Hopefully he's the last guy, considering the amount of ammo I have.
Out of ammo?
Yes.
Let the support unit help out if you need to restock. Transmit a request from your iDroid and I'll send supplies right away.
Here we go.
Roger.
We gotta get the guy that we left way the fuck over here. He's gonna be the furthest from the helicopter. And this building is made out of mud, more than likely mud bricks, but all of those little holes is for the next layer of mud to hang on to the layer of mud underneath it.
Their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. We'll stand by.
Roger.
I thought I had already had the near landing zone, but I didn't.
This is Pequod. On station at LZ.
Wind Ruger, huh? The Colt's Single Action Army. The greatest handgun ever made. that line was in Metal Gear Solid 1 on the PlayStation 1. It was spoken by Ocelot. And I used to quote that line reasonably often. All of us Metal Gear fans, we just constantly quote Metal Gear. That's all that we ever do. So as part of that whole process, my cousin picked up on it, and he said I've looked at a Colt single action armor. And he says Ocelot and Metal Gear Solid V does not have a Colt single action arm. I had to explain to him that you're correct. Konami lost the rights to put real guns in Metal Gear Solid V. They lost those rights shortly before the game came out. Don't worry, Pequod, I've got to get even more. He's going to go back up. He's going to go down. He's going to go up. He's going to go down. He's going to go up. If I wouldn't have triggered reflex mode, I'd probably still get an S rank, even with all of this extra time that I'm spending. But pretty soon we're going to get an unget-riddable recruit. We're going to obtain a recruit that we can't fire. And that recruit is going to be our one-way ticket to that recruit is going to be our one-way ticket to
We can't land.
So when sandstorms come in, sandstorms effectively make you blind and deaf. But that goes for the enemy too. Use the situation to your advantage.
a one-way ticket to having Fulton capabilities at all points in time. But no matter what, each time that we had a save point, we're going to have to go ahead and get rid of all the people that we have on staff. I was going to leave by land with these guys, but I think this is actually faster.
Gaining altitude.
helicopter's Gatling gun.
He's coming too. Roger that.
See, all the unit functions have been resumed. However, I'm going to have to immediately fire all these men to keep them out of danger.
Boss, that was exceptional.
Holy shit, I got an A, okay. Thought they were gearing up to give me an S rank.
How you feeling, boss? Getting used to being in the field again? Having choppers and a horse at your disposal is indispensable for operating in the wilds of Afghanistan. I've gone ahead and arranged for you to be able to develop and customize weaponry for support choppers. And you can also develop new equipment for D-Horse if you like. Use your iDroid to start development as needed. Remember the guys you brought back from the base in Cuba 9 years ago? Believe it or not, some of them survived that hell we went through. Word reached them that Big Boss is back and they wanted in. They're good men, our brothers in fate. They'll be glad to know you've seen them here.
Intel Operative Rescue, Mr. Director Hideo Kojima. Amber Fox, apparently that was one of the prisoners, you know, the ones that were all obviously male. Gold Fox, Grizzly Hedgehog, Ochre Chameleon, Wild Harrier, Hungry Crocodile, Silent Mastodon, Master Shark, Bloody Badger. Got quite a few recruits. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to get rid of all of them. All of them that I can, anyways.
By connecting your iDroid to the onboard computer, you turn the chopper into your own Aerial Command Center, or ACC. Some elements of staff assignment and R&D of weapons and items can only be performed from there. Take as long as you need to consider all your options.
Non-dischargeable staff, Ochre Chameleon, Grizzly Hedgehog, Hungry Crocodile, Wild Harrier, other. Now, let's take off direct contracts for everybody that we can. And we cannot take it off for Hideo. Now we cannot fire the director of this game no matter what we do. So, if we put him into the support unit, then we can do Fulton extractions. If we put him back in the R&D unit, we can go ahead and develop a bunch of stuff with his expertise. Sneaking suit would be good. More boxes. A shield wouldn't be bad. Something on my back. And more boxes is always good. You can do a lot of things with boxes. They've been around since the first game, Metal Gear, on the MSX. As for the rest of this stuff, just Nothing of too much importance. But we'll get rid of the cheaper items. White looks really good, but it's not good camouflage. Same with gold. Oh, jeez. Like I said, I'm just getting rid of the cheaper items. Damn it. While we are not saving up for anything, spending all of our money now might leave us in debt the next time that we have to deploy on a mission. And we ended up pretty much doing precisely that anyways. With 140, 130, 140,000, 130. Lacking expertise as well as cash in most cases, so we won't be getting that anytime soon. Is it the same with the horse armor without any DLC? Yes. It's inevitable. It's got to be some sort of... Yep, there it is. Okay. Alright, well, I'd like to formally welcome you to Metal Gear Solid V, The Phantom Pain. Depending on how much time I have, I don't think I have a lot of time. I really need to take the remainder of tonight and gather up every little piece of paper that I have so that I can go ahead and have that ready for my in-person interview with the food stamps people. So I think that's going to be priority one, is to go ahead and do as much of that as I possibly can, as soon as I possibly can. But after that priority is set and forget, then I'll have an open schedule to do a great many different things. But that's very, very important. I need to submit those documents as soon as humanly possible. So finding them, hopefully even tonight, is priority one. So with that being said, that's what I'm going to go do. Welcome to Metal Gear Solid V, The Phantom Pain. Talk to you next time.